I will. As soon as I see her. I can pause that. Okay, Cesar says hi, Lillian. I think she's just muted. She's getting set. I'm trying to get this where I'm big. There we go. All righty, so neck and shoulders. Any other requests?
Good morning.
Good. All right, well, we will just go, and remember, I'll be doing hands-on adjustments. If those feel good, great. If they don't, it's always optional. Oh, our music started. I think there was something missing. These differences. It's fine. It's just pressing the wrong button. Right, so start by closing the eyes, closing the mouth, and just taking time to settle in. If you'd rather start on your back, you're welcome to do that, or in any comfortable seat, maybe cross-legged, maybe an open seat. Use any props you like. Raising the hips generally allows people to sit a little taller. So maybe sitting on a blanket or two. Whenever you're ready to close the eyes and mouth, just take a little time to scan your body from head to toe. Just notice how things feel. Notice the parts that feel wonderful. Notice the parts that could feel more wonderful. Notice any mental activity. Notice your emotional state, your energy level. Just take it all in as an observer. And make a conscious decision to set aside all thoughts of what happened before class, what will happen after class. Just tune into this moment. If you haven't already, engage your Ujjayi breath, your victorious breath. Engaging the muscles at the back of the throat as if you were saying ha, but with mouth closed and no vocalization. Just listen for that whispery sound on the inhale and the exhale. Try to listen for that sound throughout your practice, letting it calm and inspire you. And as you slow and deepen the breath, really inflate the belly on the inhale, let the navel float away from the spine. And then actively draw navel toward the spine on the exhale, engaging Mula Bandha, drawing muscles of the pelvic floor up and in. And then just let the belly work like a bellows, expanding and contracting. Think about fully filling the lungs on the inhale and completely emptying them on the exhale. Noticing the movement of the diaphragm. And take a moment here to think about what you'd like from your practice this morning. When you're ready, gently open the eyes. And we'll start with some shoulder shrugs. On your next inhale, bring shoulders up next to the ears. On the exhale, keep the shoulders high, draw them back. Maybe draw the head back if that feels good. And then inhale, keep squeezing shoulder blades together as you draw the shoulders down. Exhale, release the shoulders forward. Inhale, lift again. Exhale, squeeze high. Inhale, squeeze low. Exhale, release forward. We'll take 2 more rounds like that, listening for your Ujjayi breath sounds. Just engaging in this self-massage and noticing what you find here. Listening for your Ujjayi breath sounds. When you feel complete with that, start to roll the shoulders, take them in big circles. And decide whether you want to keep the hands down or maybe bring fingertips to shoulders and take elbows in circles. So keep Mula Bandha engaged, drawing muscles of the pelvic floor up and in. Take 1 more breath cycle in this direction. And then if you lifted the hands, lower them back down. Then roll the shoulders in the other direction. So if you went front to back or back to front. Again, decide whether you want to keep the hands down or maybe bring fingertips to shoulders and take elbows in circles. Sitting tall, drawing crown of the head up, shoulders down. Take 1 more breath cycle here. And then lower hands down to either side of you on the mat. On your next inhale, sweep a right arm up next to the ear. On the exhale, slowly lower the arm as you turn the head, look across the left shoulder. And on your next inhale, bring left arm up, face pointing forward. Exhale, slowly lower the arm, turn the head, look across the right shoulder, and just continue like that from side to side. Inhaling as you lift the arm, face pointing forward. Exhaling as you turn the head to look across the opposite shoulder from the arm you're lowering. And the next time you bring right arm up next to the ear, hold, bend the elbow, let fingertips drop down by the ear, just gently encourage the head toward that right shoulder. And then extend the left arm. And send your attention to that area between the left ear and the left shoulder. And when you're ready, start to slowly raise that arm up toward vertical. Just notice how that area between the ear and the shoulder changes as you lift the arm. Keep the breath active here. Just moving at your own pace. Whenever you bring the arm all the way up to vertical, pause there, take a full breath cycle. And then slowly lower the arm. Keep extending fingertips away from the torso. And look for that spot where you feel the deepest opening between the left ear and the left shoulder. Let fingertips hover over the mat there. Just opening up the left side of the neck. And then bring the back of the hand to the base of the spine. Roll the shoulder first in one direction, then the other direction. And when you're ready, slowly come back through center, release hands back down to the mat. Pause here. And on your next inhale, bring left arm up next to the ear. Bend the elbow, let fingertips drop down by the ear. Gently encourage the head toward the left shoulder this time. Extend right arm. And start to bring it slowly up toward vertical. So keep drawing navel toward the spine with every exhale. Send your attention to that area between the right ear and the right shoulder. Notice how things change as you change the position of the arm. Keep listening for your Ujjayi breath sounds. Whenever you bring the arm to vertical, pause for a full breath cycle. And then slowly lower the arm. And look for that spot where we maximize the opening between the right ear and the right shoulder. Breathe into that opening on the right side of the neck, letting fingertips hover over the mat. And then bring the back of the right hand to the base of the spine. Start to slowly roll the shoulder, first in one direction, then the other direction. On your next exhale, bring head back to center, lower hands down to either side of you. Pause for a full breath cycle here. And then inhale, clasp hands at the base of the skull, sit tall, draw the elbows back. Exhale, twist to your right, just twist to your point of resistance. Inhale back through center, exhale, twist to your left. And just continue like that from side to side, noticing how you're gently engaging the upper back, opening the chest, engaging the core, building some heat here. Just rotating that long spine from side to side. And then next time you twist to the right, hold, sitting tall, drawing elbows back. And then lower the arms. Plant right hand behind you, bring left hand behind the knee, press firmly into that right palm. Draw shoulders down, crown of the head up, and notice how the inhale draws you out of the twist. The exhale allows you to release more deeply into it. And as you actively draw shoulders down away from the ears, inhale, lift the chin, look up. Exhale, draw chin toward the chest. 2 more times like that. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, lowering. Last time, inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Bring the head back to neutral. Hold the torso where it is and turn the head. Look across that left shoulder. Hold and breathe here. And on your next exhale, release back through center. Inhale, clasp hands again at the base of the skull. Sit tall, draw the elbows back. Exhale, twist left. So engaging the upper back to draw the elbows back. Open the chest. And then lower the arms, plant left hand behind you, bring right hand behind the knee. Press firmly into the heel of that left hand. You can look over the left shoulder if that's comfortable for the neck. Notice the micro movements here. Keep Mula Bandha engaged. And when you're ready, inhale, lift the chin, look up. Exhale, draw chin to the chest. Inhale, lift again. Exhale, lower. Last time, inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Bring the head back to neutral. Hold the torso where it is. Turn the head, look across the right shoulder this time, and hold and breathe. And then exhale, release back through center. Inhale, clasp hands again at the base of the skull. This time, press the head into the hands, draw the elbows back. And on the exhale, draw chin toward the chest, let elbows draw toward the midline. We'll go 2 more times like that. Inhale, lifting, drawing elbows back. Press the head into the hands. Exhale, lower chin to chest, lengthening the muscles in the back of the neck. Once more. Inhale, lift. And this time when you lower, hold and breathe. And being careful not to pull on the head, just let the weight of the hands and arms encourage the chin toward the chest. And I'm going to come around for some adjustments, just massaging your upper back and shoulders. And you just want to let each breath cycle bring more length to the back of the neck. Maybe notice what's going on with the upper back. Just allowing the head to be heavy here without forcing anything. Just noticing how things might change as we spend time in the pose. Maybe you feel a release. There's no particular opening that you need to find here. Just let your breath be your guide. And you can continue keeping the head just where it is. If you like, you can bring the right elbow slightly lower and just allow the head to turn passively to the left. Breathe into that for a breath or two. And if you chose that option, come back through center. Bring left elbow slightly lower, just allowing the head to turn to the right side, noticing how that changes the opening of the back of the neck. Then come back through center, come back up to vertical. Lower the hands to the knees, lower chin to the chest, and start to slowly roll the head from side to side. So bring one ear to one shoulder, and slowly come back through center, bring the other ear to the other shoulder. And as you explore here, decide whether you want to continue rolling side to side, or maybe take the head in a full circle, drawing chin up and head back. Just be sure to move carefully and slowly, with curiosity and compassion. And whenever you feel complete with that sequence, about even on both sides and both directions, come back to center and plant hands behind you with fingertips pointing at the hips, and plant the feet about hip distance apart and in front of you. When you're ready, inhale, lengthen the arms, press into the hands, lift the heart, let shoulder blades squeeze together. Exhale, soften the elbows. Continue like that, moving with the breath. Inhale as you extend and push down. Exhaling as you soften. Noticing where you feel a stretch and open. And next time you lengthen the arms, hold and breathe. You can keep the head lifted. You might like the feeling of drawing the head back. That's just an option. Think about breathing into this chest opening. Take one more breath here. And then soften the elbows. Extend right leg long and bring the bottom of the left foot to the inside of the right thigh. And you might like to bring a block under that left knee. This is called Janu Shirshasana, knee to nose pose, or nose to knee pose. And then inhale, bring arms up next to the ears. And on the exhale, rotate the spine so your navel is pointing to the outside of that right leg. And slowly lower into a forward bend. Start with a long spine. And then let the spine round, be as soft in that right knee as you'd like to be. And just let hands come to the outside of the calf, or the ankle, or maybe the foot. And use the grasp of the hands to gently encourage the torso down. You can take micro bends in that right knee if you like. You can increase the hamstring opening by drawing the back of the knee toward the mat. You can increase the calf opening by drawing toes toward the face. Take one more breath here. And when you're ready, inhale, come back up to vertical, bring arms up next to the ears. Exhale, lower the arms, and bring that left knee up, plant the left foot outside your right knee. And then with your right elbow, draw that left knee into the chest, plant left hand behind you. And breathe into this twist. So you might like a deeper twist, really drawing the navel toward that left thigh. Also bring that right elbow outside the left knee. You can look over the left shoulder, but just find a place where you can breathe comfortably, keeping the spine long if you're twisting. Keep drawing shoulders down, crown of the head up, giving inner organs a massage as you breathe actively in your twist. Take one more breath cycle here. And on the exhale, release through center. We'll take a counter twist, bring right hand behind you, bring left hand to the inside of that left foot, just look over the right shoulder. And then release back through center. Extend left leg long and we'll go to side two. So we'll start by bringing the bottom of the right foot to the inside of the left thigh. Maybe you want to rest the knee on a block. Inhale, bring arms up next to the exhale, rotate the torso with this pointing to the outside of that extended leg. Start with your long spine and then slowly lower down, letting the spine round. And just bring hands to the outside if it is soft in that left knee as you like. Or maybe encourage a hamstring opening by drawing the back of the knee toward the mat. Maybe a calf opening by drawing toes toward the face. Keep listening for your Ujjayi breath sounds. Maybe noticing how this left leg feels different from how the right leg felt when it was extended. Take one more breath cycle here. When you're ready, slowly inhale up to vertical, bring arms up next to the ears. Exhale, lower the arms, bring that right knee up, and plant the right foot outside the left knee. And with the left elbow, you can draw the knee into the chest and bring right hand behind you. And you can turn the head to look over that right shoulder as much or as little as you like. You might like a very deep twist. You might like a more shallow twist. You might even like to bring elbow outside the knee. Again, notice the micro movements as you breathe in your twist. The inhale allows you to sit taller. The exhale allows you to twist more deeply. Take one more breath cycle here. And on your next exhale, release back through center and take a counter twist. Bring left hand behind. Bring right hand to the right foot. You can look over that left shoulder for a moment. And then exhale, release through center, and we'll take Baddha Konasana, cobbler's pose. So bring the bottoms of the feet together. You can grasp the ankles. If hips feel open, you might bring heels close to the hips, or you might like them further away. Just sit tall. Draw shoulders down away from the ears. And you have a few options here. You might like to use the muscles of the legs to draw the knees down toward the mat. You might like to bring elbows to the inner thighs to press the legs into the mat. And you might like to press the legs back into the elbows for that resistance, that isometric engagement. You can also use this access to your feet as an opportunity for some massage. You can use the thumbs to massage the bottoms of the feet if that feels good. You can also come to a forward bend here if you like. Hollowing out the belly with every exhale, letting the head hang. Just coming down as far as you like. Take one more breath cycle here. And then slowly inhale back up to vertical. And we'll set up on hands and knees. And if you're like me, you like some cushioning under the knees, so you can use those blankets for that. And we'll start with knees under hips. And plant the hands about one handprint in front of the shoulders. The fingers spread wide. And we'll take the hips in circles, rolling around in the kneecaps. So these can be big or small circles. Whatever feels good to you. If you make big circles, you'll feel an opening of the IT band on the outside of the thighs. When you draw the hips forward, you'll feel the core engage. The next time you draw the hips back, reverse the direction of your circles. Notice the quality of your breath here. Whenever you feel about even in both directions, bring the hips back over the knees, and we'll build some heat here with chaturanga on the knees. On your next inhale, draw the hips forward, align head, shoulders, hips, and knees, and then bend the elbows as much or as little as you like, maybe just a tiny bit, or maybe you come down close to the mat. And then inhale, lift again through hands and knees. Exhale, lower hips to heels, bring forehead down, and continue like that. So inhaling as you come through hands and knees. Exhaling as you keep elbows close in at your sides and bend them as much or as little as you like. Inhale, lift again. Exhale, lower. Just moving with your breath rhythm. You might like closing the eyes. Letting this be a moving meditation, spreading the weight across the palms to protect the wrists. And the next time you draw hips to heels, hold and breathe. You can tuck toes under if you like, or keep the feet flat on the mat. You can inch fingertips forward, create traction with the palms and pull against it, breathing into that opening of the back body, the shoulders. You'll feel a stretch through the armpits here. When you're ready, walk hands over to the right. You can bring hands to the edges of the mat. You can stack one hand on top of the other. Actively draw that left shoulder down. So think about breathing space among the ribs on the left side of the torso, keeping Mula Bandha engaged. Take one more breath cycle here. And then walk hands back through center and over to the left. So again, you can stack hands, either right hand on top of left or left hand on top of right. Actively draw that right shoulder down toward the mat, and you'll breathe into the opening on the right side of the torso. The intercostal muscles, the ribs. Take one more breath cycle here. And then bring the hands back through center. And back. This time bring wrists under shoulders. Breathe here in tabletop. Long between the crown of the head and the tail. Breathe into that navel to spine connection. And when you're ready, inhale, sweep right arm up. Follow the hand with your gaze. Exhale, hollow down. We'll do that 2 more times. So comfortable for the neck. And then exhale, blow right back down. And when you come down this last time, you'll hold. And you might like to bring a prop like a blanket or a block or a bolster under the head or shoulder, whatever's comfortable. Or maybe no prop at all. Press into that right arm and send your attention to that space between the right ear and the right shoulder. And maybe keep the left hand just where it is in front of the face. Or maybe reach across the back toward that right side, if you like that shoulder opening. Or for a different shoulder opening, you can walk that left arm overhead on the mat and then over toward the right. And we'll hold here. And I'm going to come around to do adjustments here. I'll be dragging fingertips between the shoulder blades and down the back. You just want to take some time here to really surrender to gravity. So let gravity embrace you here. And soften into the mat. And as you hold here, you can always make adjustments in or out, and then settle yourself back. Excuse me. So notice how things change as you spend time in the pose. Listening for your ujjayi breath sounds to actively draw navel from the spine with every exhale. And to prepare to transition out of this pose, bring left hand back in front of the face if you moved it. And then inhale, bring that right arm up once more. Exhale, lower. Pause at tabletop. Long neutral spine with the face pointing at the mat. When you're ready, inhale, sweep left arm up. Look up and follow the hand with your gaze if that's comfortable, and then hollow out the belly. Thread the arm under as you bring the left cheek and left shoulder down. 2 more times, moving at your pace. Inhaling as you expand. Exhaling as you contract. And again, when you come down to hold, maybe you'd like to bring a prop under the head or shoulder. Press into that left arm to generate more space between the left ear and the left shoulder. Keep it where it is if you like, or maybe reach across the back to the left side, or possibly walk the arm overhead into your left. Still hollowing out the belly with every exhale. Maybe noticing how this side feels different. Listening for your ujjayi breath sounds. Noticing any changes as you spend time in the pose. So when you're ready to release out of this pose, bring right hand back in front of the face if you moved it. Sweep that left arm up one more time. Exhale, lower. And from here, we're going to come to the front body. So you can step the feet back into a plank, either with knees lifted for a more active plank or knees lowered for a gentler plank. Think about aligning head, shoulders, hips, and knees, activating the legs, drawing tailbone down, drawing navel toward the spine, building as much or as little heat as you like. And when you're ready, start to slowly lower down. Keep elbows closed in at your sides. And whenever you come all the way down, stack hands under the forehead and just breathe here. So send your attention to the back body, that area behind the heart. Think about actively expanding the lungs with every inhale and fully emptying them with every exhale. You can really focus on the movement of the diaphragm here, how it draws down to fill the lungs and pushes up to empty them. And from here, we'll take a gentle sequence to engage the back body. So start by extending fingertips toward me and bringing forehead to the mat. So you're in your superhero pose here. Keep the forehead down. When you're ready, inhale, lift right arm and left leg. Exhale, slowly lower. Then inhale, lift left arm and right leg, and continue like that. So let the length between fingertips and toes be more important than the height of your lift.
So really stretching forward with the hand, back with the foot. Feeling the back body engage. Keeping the breath smooth and steady, full and rich. And you can go one more time to each side if you like. And when you feel even on both sides, stack hands again under the forehead. Bend the knees to 90 degrees. And then just start to slowly roll the feet from side to side in a lazy windshield wiper sort of motion. Just rocking from side to side. And from here, extend the legs long. Bring hands under shoulders and gently lift yourself up through hands and knees. And then lower hips to heels. Bring forehead to the mat. Bring hands back by the feet for child's pose. So letting the spine round over the thighs to open up the joints we were compressing in our back bending. And I'm going to compress the top of the spine and the tailbone. Just let every breath cycle bring more space among ribs and vertebrae. Keeping the breath active and letting gravity do the work here. Whenever you feel ready, slowly bring the torso up to vertical. And we're going to transition back to a seat with feet in front. This time, when you bring hands behind you, point fingertips at the wall behind you. And when you're ready, cross left ankle over right thigh. So if hips feel tight, you can walk the hands back to give yourself more space. If you want a deeper hip opening, you can walk the hands closer, bringing the torso closer to that left leg. But with any option, keep this left foot flexed to protect the knee. So drawing the toes toward the shin. Keep drawing shoulders down, crown of the head up. And at any point, you can shift the hands back if you need more space, or maybe you feel a release and you want to bring the hands even closer to the hips. So you should feel sensation in that left hip, but no pain and no stress. From here, we're going to start to slowly roll to the outside of that right foot. And you'll feel an opening here on the outside of the left thigh, right down to the piriformis, the attachment there in the glutes. So just come down as far as you'd like. No pain, no stress, just sensation. Still lengthening the spine, lengthening the neck. And then slowly roll back onto the bottom of that right foot. Uncross the legs, and we'll go to side two. So cross right ankle over left thigh. And decide again, maybe you want more space here, walking the hands back. Maybe you bring the hands closer, keep that right foot flexed. Keep drawing shoulders down. And you can change the angle here slightly from the right shoulder. That can change the hip opening. It opens in so many directions. I want to give it lots of opportunities.
And this is a great time to exercise patience. Still drawing shoulders down, crown of the head up. When you feel ready, start to roll to the outside of that left foot. Just come down as far as you'd like, still keeping that right foot flexed. And when you're ready, slowly come back onto the bottom of that left foot. Uncross the legs, and then before we come down on our backs, just make sure all your props are within easy reach. And once you've established that, go ahead and come down on the back and just bring the arms to your sides. Just start by noticing how it feels to be on the back body. Just notice the rise and fall of the chest as you breathe. Actively draw your navel toward the spine with every exhale. And when you're ready, bend the knees, plant the feet on the mat, and bring one of the blocks between your thighs for bridge pose, Setu Bandhasana. Bring the heels close enough to the hips so you can touch them with your fingertips. And when you're ready, inhale, lift the hips, press into the elbows. Gently press into the block, and then exhale, lower the hips almost back down to the mat. So inhale, lift again, just as high as you'd like, any amount is fine. And then exhale, lower and hover there. The next time you inhale and lift, hold. And decide whether you'd like to stay right here or possibly clasp hands underneath. Maybe walk shoulders underneath. Or maybe you'd rather take that block and slide it under the hips for a supported bridge. So if hips are lifted, you can try alternating between engaging the glutes and the quadriceps. You can keep the heels down, or you can lift and lower them, either together or one at a time. And when you feel complete with this bridge pose, slowly release hips back down to the mat, set your block aside, and we'll take happy baby pose, bend both knees, point the bottoms of the feet toward the ceiling, reach between the knees, for the outside of the calves, or the ankles, or the feet, whatever you can easily grasp. And just use the hands to gently encourage the knees down to either side of you. If it feels good, you might rock a little side to side here. You can also draw the tailbone more actively down toward the mat for a deeper compression of the hip flexors. If you like an isometric sequence, you can press the hands into the legs into the hands, and then release. That also compresses the hip flexors more deeply. Shifting from side to side can be a nice lower back release. Shifting the weight around on the sacrum. Think about letting the back widen and increase its contact with the mat here. Whenever you're ready to release, find your longer, thinner bolster and bring it between the knees and ankles for our supine twisting sequence. So feet are up off the mat, or if you prefer, you could have them down on the mat. Open arms out to the side with palms facing down to a low T position. Inhale, center. Exhale, look over left shoulders. You roll knees to the right. Only bring them down as far as you like. And then slowly inhale back through center. And exhale, look over right shoulders. You roll knees to the left. So depending on what you want from this sequence, you might like to keep knees close into the chest and just take shallow rolls, focusing on that lower back massage.
Or you might be craving deeper core engagement, in which case you bring the knees quite close to the floor. Just think about relaxing shoulders down into the mat, turning the belly here as you move from side to side. Keep turning the head in the opposite direction from where knees are lowering, and move with your own breath rhythm. And the next time you look over left shoulder and roll knees to the right, and go all the way down to the floor and just relax here. Think about releasing that left shoulder down into the mat, opening up the left side of the chest, letting every breath cycle bring more length between that left hip and left shoulder. And I'm going to come around to press on the shoulder and hip to facilitate that lengthening. And we just want to breathe actively here, letting gravity do the work. So bringing fresh blood to the organs as you breathe actively in your chest. Digestion, stimulating the immune system. Whenever you feel ready, slowly inhale back through center, and then look over right shoulder as you slowly bring these down to the left. So this time releasing that right shoulder down, breathing length into the right side of the torso. Opening up the right side of the chest. Keeping more abundant engaged, the muscles of the pelvic floor. Keeping the breath engaged. Whenever you feel ready, slowly inhale back through center. And set your bolster aside. And then extend arms and legs long on the mat. Just pause here. Take a moment to absorb the effects of that sequence. When you feel ready, bend the knees, bring hands to the kneecaps. Rest hands on the knees, put thumbs together if you like. Exhale, bend the elbows, draw knees into the chest. Inhale, extend the arms long, let the knees float away. So exhale, bending. Inhale, extending. Just rocking top to bottom on the sacrum here. And the next time you inhale and extend the arms long, let the feet slowly lower down to the mat. Bring hands to either side of you and gently lift yourself up to a seat. So you can see where to put the props for our next sequence. So bring the block to the top of your mat where you can rest your head. And bring one bolster behind the back. And bring the other bolster under the knees so that when you come down, one bolster will be behind the heart, the head will be resting on the block, arms will be open out to the side for a deep chest opening. And I can help adjust the props if you need any help with positioning. So I'll be coming around to do adjustments. I'll be pressing on the shoulders, opening up the chest, and then I'll be cradling your head in my hands, gently lengthening your neck, turning the head from side to side. As always, if anything doesn't feel just right, be sure to let me know. Just think about breathing into the chest opening here with arms wide. Again, using that conscious breath, really filling the lungs with every inhale, really emptying them with every exhale. When you feel ready, hands back to your sides and lift yourself up just enough to set your props aside. And come back down on the back again. Take a few breaths here. Just process the effects of that sequence. Maybe you notice a chest opening, maybe a neck release. So we'll take one last pose before we rest in Shavasana. We'll set up for an inversion. So you have the option of bringing your mat and or blanket over to the wall to set up so that you can rest legs against the bar. Or you can stay right where you are and use one of your blocks, slide it under the hips, and choose to keep feet down on the mat, for supported bridge, or maybe bring the legs overhead for Viparita Karani. And with either of those options, you could add arms overhead. So as you breathe in your inversion, just notice how it feels to change the circulation. Breathe into that pressure in the head and chest. And just slow things down as we prepare to rest. So if legs are elevated and you'd like to, you can point and flex the feet. You can roll the ankles first in one direction, then the other direction. You can curl the toes, draw them back toward the face. You can wiggle the toes, you can fan out the toes. You can open and close fists, spreading fingers wide. You can rotate the wrists first in one direction and then in the other direction. And as you breathe here, think about whether there's any final pose your body craves before you rest in Shavasana. And you can stay in your inversion for as long as you like. Whenever you feel ready, you can lower the feet, you can set your prop aside, and maybe take a final pose or go straight to Shavasana. And when you rest in Shavasana, you might like a prop. You might like to open a blanket over you. You might like a towel over the eyes. You might like a bolster under the knees. Just choose what feels right. And when you're ready to rest, let your Ujjayi breath practice go. Let all effort of any kind go. Just rest and restore. Go back to noticing the rise and fall of the chest as you breathe. And I'll offer one final adjustment in Shavasana. I can grasp your ankles, lengthen your legs, and gently pull them from side to side. Or you can certainly rest without being touched if you prefer. As you breathe here in Shavasana, check in with your body again, just as we did at the beginning of class. Notice how things feel. Maybe notice a shift in energy. Again, check in with any mental activity, with your emotional state, with your energy level. Think back to what it was you wanted from your practice this morning. Whenever you feel ready, bring gentle movement back to hands and feet. Open and close fists, point and flex the feet, roll wrists and ankles. Gently roll the head from side to side. And when you're ready, roll to one side and take some time there to prepare to come back to a comfortable seat. Come to your seat. Sit tall and close the eyes. I invite you to silently repeat the following to yourself. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be peaceful. May I live with ease. The light in me salutes the light in you. Namaste. Thanks for coming, everybody. Be sure to drink plenty of water today. Happy New Year to all. And in case you don't know, I'm going to be teaching a special class on January 16th in the evening, and it's called Shavasana. It's a class that's mostly Shavasana. We do some gentle movement to get ready, and then you spend quite a long time in Shavasana with some guided meditation, some relaxation. So think about that Sunday evening, the 16th. But otherwise, I'll see you here. Great to see you.